Hi everyone, good day. I want to advise Nigerian undergraduates on what is at stake in Nigeria of today. An average Nigerian undergraduate sees going to school as a job. I want to say that is a very, very big fallacy. Your being an undergraduate or going for lectures is not a job. Your going to school is actually a medium to achieve a purpose. Now that brings me to the basic question I've asked a number of persons. Why do students go to universities? Why do people go to polytechnics? Why do people go to colleges of education? Because these are the three tertiary education level institutions we have in Nigeria, like university undergraduate, polytechnic undergraduate, or college of education. Why do people go to these places? And the answer is very simple. The purpose of going to university is to make money. I repeat, the purpose of going to university or polytechnic or college of education is to make money. That sounds like a very straight, brazen answer. Some persons may want to disagree, but my dear, yes, you go to school so you can meet people, enlarge your intellectual experience, sociological experience, and then know little of many other things. That is true. But those things, what you use them to achieve is to generate resources. And resources you're talking about is to make money. Now, let's look at it this way. Why is it that an average graduate, once they graduate, 3 years later, 5 years later, if they don't get a job or a meaningful thing that gives them money, they become frustrated or they begin to get frustrated? I repeat this question. Why is it that an average graduate, after graduation, 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, they're unable to get a job or a meaningful job or something that gives them money? They begin to get frustrated and begin to think like they wasted their years in the university. Have you bothered to ask this question? If they begin to get frustrated, of which is a normal thing in Nigeria now, most graduates get frustrated after school. The reason is because the purpose for which they went to school have not been achieved, and that purpose is ability to use that university, polytechnic, or college education knowledge to generate resources. Because believe it or not, we are in a materialistic world. Once you come out of school, you have to be able to pay for a good place where you can lay your head. When it's raining and the sunshine, you have a roof over your head. You need to be able to clothe yourself. You need to be able to take care of your 3 square meals. You need to pay for your transportation. You need to pay miscellaneous expenses. You need to save to further the advancement of your life in different ways. When you are not able to generate resources to ensure that these things occur on a daily basis, monthly basis, or yearly basis, frustration begins to set in. The purpose of going to school becomes to seem unachieved. So let me put it this way. What is the solution to this epidemic? Because it's an epidemic in Nigeria. 70% of Nigerian graduates do not see meaningful job or do not get job even 5 to 10 years, or let me say 5 years after graduation. The level of unemployment and underemployment is exploding or has exploded. But the problem is this: despite this visible problem in Nigerian society today, it seems like the upcoming generation are totally unaware of it. They are not aware that more than 70% of graduates in Nigeria in the past 10 years are either underemployed or unemployed. What I mean by underemployment simply means the money you are being paid at the end of the month, your income is far, far below your expenditure. That is what I mean by underemployment. And with the level of inflation today, underemployment have increased. But the question is this: why is it that the upcoming youths still are unaware of this serious situation. We have millions, we have hundreds of thousands of year one students across all universities in Nigeria, both private, public, polytechnics, college of education, and they all jump into classrooms. They're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they're enjoying. Once they go for a lecture and they come back, they've done their bit for the day, waiting till 5 years, and they go to NYSC and the jamboree continues, and they come out and realize that the world is not what they actually think it is. And with that, they are 2-2. But they are their first class. They are applying for jobs all over the places. They have different pens. They work on all companies everywhere, and they realize that either they are criminally underpriced or there are no jobs. And for the ladies, they realize that even the little jobs available, that the money is far less than what they should be valued as a graduate in the job market. They still want them to do something immoral in order to get it. So what is the solution to this? Because believe you me, what is happening today, big companies are leaving Nigeria. The ones that are there are downsizing. Those that are not downsizing are cutting down on the salaries. These are things that create jobs, and those jobs will now require people, which includes graduates. So what do you do as a year one student, as a secondary school graduate? You need to understand that the purpose of going to university, polytechnic, college of education is to make money. It's not to become a graduate. You're becoming a graduate to become what? To make money. Let me tell you, with academic education, you can have academic education and become very poor. You can be so academically bright and still become very, very poor. But when you have resources, you have command of resources, you can use those resources to get academic education. I repeat, you can be so academically bright and still very poor. But when you become financially resourcewful, you can use the leverage of finances to get education. People go to school from their houses. Imagine a multi-millionaire, a billionaire. You command resources. You don't need to pass through a lot of protocols. You can sit in your house and go distance education while you're still in your office doing your thing, and you get the same certificate. So what I'm saying is this: as a secondary school graduate in Nigeria, map out, sit down and plan your roadmap. Either you want to go into a business as an apprentice, a very resourceful business, or you go for a high income skill. And put in enough energy, prayerfully put in enough energy in learning those skills and begin to go for money immediately. If you are a year one student, as you are going for lectures, after lectures, go and start a high income skill. These days, I'm a digital person, so I always advise people to go for digital skills. Digital skills, or if you don't want to go for digital skills, you can go for business. Look at businesses that are in vogue where you can solve problems, and look for someone who is very good at that business. Channel the available time you have, utilize it, balance, read your book, but balance it. Go and learn those skills from your year one. Maybe year one you make a lot of mistakes, year two you have improved, by your third year you started making money. Or you can go into buying and selling. So you are making money by the side and have a savings culture. That's another one. Because an average I have observed, because I've been to 2 universities, I've observed that an average Nigerian undergraduate today have a very wasteful mentality. Once money is gotten, is blown away. There was a student that told me she blew 50,000 naira in 5 days. 50,000 in 5 days. Imagine if this person have this savings culture. At the end of the year, you have like 1 million, 1.5 million. Do you know what you can achieve with 1.5 million? You take 1 million or 1.5 million, you go to Onitsha, you go to Lagos, you get good articles, you come and resell in wherever you are in Nigeria, and that 1.5 million can increase to 2 million or 2.5 million. You use that 2.5 million, you go back to another business. Do you know how much you can take 2.5 million in your final year? And then you come out with a very good savings, and with the business skill that you have, experiences. Do you even need any job at the end of the day? Because you realize that with that business skill, with that your proficiency, with that your competitive nature, with that the skill, the knowledge that you have gathered over time, you'll be able to generate resources far more than what an average company in Nigeria may pay you as a graduate. You will now realize that what you are learning in the classroom, you can now be applying it in real time in the businesses that you are involved or the skills that you are engaging in. But what do we have today? An average Nigerian undergraduate sits back, classroom, hostel, flexing, enjoyment club, TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp, and at the end of the day, they come out of NYSC and they become very endangered. That is what we have in Nigeria of today. So I want to advise you, I've already given the solution to the problem. Start looking for a goat in the daylight, not in the night, especially a goat with a dark skin. I believe that those who have opened their ears would have gotten the point I'm trying to make. University education is actually to make money. Don't let anybody deceive you.